Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more. Joe Biden just saying this. It's long overdue that we take action to end the scourge of gun violence in America. This is Joe Biden. As president, I will ban assault weapons and high-powered magazines. Introduce universal background checks and other sensible reforms to end our epidemic of gun violence. It's kind of all of the buzzwords from the gun ban lobby. He says he would ban offensive weapons, ban high-performance magazines, and introduce universal background checks to counter what he calls America's gun violence epidemic. You know, before COVID, before the defund the police, before the riots, crime kept going down and down and down and down and down. Murders were down. Crime was down. Crime with guns was down. Selling more guns, but crime was down. Now, yeah, sure. You get the riots, you get arson, you get murders, you get looting. You get people cutting back on the police departments and then saying, gee, our crime's going up. You think? It's like critical thinking not really part of your makeup here, I'm thinking. So we don't have to wonder. Biden has said very clearly he's going to ban our semi-automatic firearms. Make no mistake. Here's the thing I want you to understand. People say, well, Tom, you're just exaggerating. I'm really not. When they say they want to ban semi-automatic firearms, they're not talking about just AR-15s. They're talking about semi-automatic firearms. Not rifles, not shotguns, not pistols, all of them. And occasionally they'll say, look, any semi-automatic gun that can take a magazine that will hold more than 10 rounds is an assault weapon. Well, that would be a 1911 pistol. Or a Beretta 92. Or, gee, let's see, absolutely any semi-automatic pistol that takes a magazine. Because you could have a magazine that holds more than 10 rounds. So that makes it, in their view, an assault weapon. And don't for a minute think that you think, well, that doesn't make any sense. They're not right. You're not thinking about this the right way. Think about this. Think about the worst person you know. Imagine the worst person you know with the worst motives you can imagine, who has absolutely no compunction about doing whatever it takes to get their way. That's the person who is pushing this. That's the person who is saying, we can keep expanding this phony word, this assault weapons term, and take in as much as we can get away with. Now, later on, we'll come back for more. But if all we can get is the ARs, we'll take that. We'll take the ARs. We'll take semi-automatic rifles. If we can include, lever actions, we could do that. And they do. If we can include semi-automatic shotguns and call them assault shotguns, we'll do that. And, of course, we want to get the handguns. Of course, that's where the real problem is. We've got to take away all the handguns. It's not that they don't know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. This is all part of the plan. They're actually, we have only two things going for us right now, honestly. One, we've got the Supreme Court, which we don't want to have to use that because when you get to that point, it means you've lost all the way up to that point, and you're hoping on that 3% chance that they'll actually take the case in the first place, and then you don't know what's going to happen when they take the case. But they kick out 97% of the cases that are appealed to the Supreme Court. They don't even take them. We have that going on. And we also, of course, have the Georgia race. The two races, actually, two runoff races. I'm sorry you are going to get tired of me saying it. I'm going to get tired of saying it. But we are now no longer looking at 50 races or 100 races or 400 races. We're looking at two races. Two races for all the marbles. I don't care where you live. People say, well, I'm not in Georgia. Wake up. Because what happens in Georgia will determine what happens in the U.S. Senate, which will determine what happens as to whether you can actually even buy the gun you want. If they can even make the gun you want. If you could even keep the guns that you currently own. Yeah, I'm not making this stuff up. It is that bad.